Hello audience. Today I want to do something a lot more interesting. This is not gonna be your average Hunger Games. Technically it is Hunger Games, but this is my new part. I was thinking of a way if that people want the characters who has been fallen come back. So I thought the idea, and why don't I make a video of all the fallen tributes, except for the ones which are alive, which is the only one, which is only one of them, which is Red from my second Hunger Games. Well, this is actually technically a different type of Hunger Games. It's called the Revival Hunger Games. And what this is that if a character wins, if a tribute wins, they can go to the next Hunger Games. But if they lose, then they cannot go. But if you want to see them come, comment if you want to see them get revived, to be back, or I will be making polls of the characters that have been fallen. So let's get to the districts. District 1 is King DDD, Sonic, Ed/Double D, and Bubbles. District 2 is Mr. Beast, Lucina, SpongeBob, and Noob. District 3 is King Pig, Rob, Joe, and Garfield. District 4 is Freddy, Steve, and yes, this is Steve from a Minecraft movie. We also got the Angry Video Game Nerd and Chuck. District 5 is Mickey Mouse, Sailor Moon, Sunflower, and Jenny Wakeman /XJ9. The next ones is District 6. We got Mr. Puzzles, Aphmau, Sands, and this. So if you're questioning what this is actually, I want to spice things up a little. Not only I want to spice things up a little, but I don't really have enough tributes to fill all of this up. So there are two of this thing called no ones, and what I put in is just a random thing on here. And what this means is that if one of this is win the Hunger Games, no one, and I mean no one from in this entire this Hunger Games will not, none of the tributes will not appear in the next one, not even one of them. So keep out for that. District 7 is Wile E. Coyote, Ed, Buttercup, and Link. District 8 is Zelda, Ami, Queso, and Mario. District 9 is Technoblade, Yumi, Pac-Man, and Tom and Jerry. District 10 is Wario, Bowser, Deku, and Rolf. District 11 is Monica, Ross, IShowSpeed, and Pomni. And District 12 is Coney, Ian, Roadrunner, and once again this thing. And plus I said there are two of them. So let's proceed. This is gonna be taking a long time. Oh, now there we go. Oh wait, damn it. The bloodbath. As the tribute stands on the podiums, the horn sounds. The Angry Video Game Nerd, Lucina, and Buttercup work together to get as many supplies as possible. Rob receives a trident from inside the cornucopia. Ed runs away from the cornucopia. Pac-Man takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Mario runs away from the cornucopia. Coney runs away from the cornucopia. Monica finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Double D breaks Deku's nose for a basket of bread. Pomni breaks Bowser's nose for a basket of bread. Aphmau runs away from the cornucopia. Technoblade runs away from the... Technoblade runs away with a lighter and some rope. I Shall Speed takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Bubbles snatch a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Okay, so we get from this guy breaking this guy's nose, from this girl breaking this tall dude's nose, to a literal child getting, to a literal kid who has a alcohol and a rag. By the way, Ian runs away from the cornucopia. Wile E. Coyote receives a backpack and retreats. Wile E. Coyote grabs a backpack and retreats. New takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Sans runs away from the cornucopia. Sunflower runs away from the cornucopia. Roadrunner runs away from the cornucopia. Warrior runs away from the cornucopia. Glass Joe scares Freddy away from the cornucopia. How do you do that, Glass Joe? Isn't Freddy supposed to jump scare you? It won't make sense if Freddy scares Glass Joe, because Five Nights at Freddy's. Ross grabs a shovel. Zelda runs away from the cornucopia. Sonic runs away with a lighter and some rope. Mr. Beast takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Mickey Mouse runs away from the cornucopia. Jenny runs away from the cornucopia. Ami runs away from the cornucopia. No one takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Steve snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Link runs away from the cornucopia. Queso runs away from the cornucopia. Mr. Puzzles grabs a backpack and retreats. King Pig runs away from the cornucopia. SpongeBob runs away from the cornucopia. King DDD runs away from the cornucopia. Garfield runs away from the cornucopia. Sailor Moon receives a trident from inside the cornucopia. Tom and Jerry rips a mace out of Rolf's hands. No one runs away from the cornucopia. Chuck runs away from the cornucopia. And Yumi runs away from the cornucopia. Day 1. Chuck receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. No one bashes Tom and Jerry's head with a mace. Looks like nothing bashes two of the most famous cartoon characters' heads using a mace. Is it the air? Wile E. Coyote, Garfield, Noob, and Yumi raids Mario's camp while he's hunting. Bro, what did Mario even do to you guys? Lucina thinks about home. Rolf, I Shall Speed, Deku, Ed, and Rob runs away from... Rolf, I Shall Speed, Deku, Ed, and Rob hunt for other tributes. Jenny collects food from a tree. Roadrunner begs for Glass Joe to kill him. He refuses, keeping Glass Joe alive. Roadrunner begs for Glass Joe to kill him. He refuses, keeping Roadrunner alive. They're going too fast in this. Well, technically it is long, so... Technoblade fishes. Mickey's diverts Bubbles' attention and runs away. Sunflower catches Aphmau off guard and kills her. How does oh wait a second. Sunflower is in Garden Warfare, so that makes sense. Freddy receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Definitely pizza. Double D and Sonic hunts for other tributes. SpongeBob collects food from a tree. No one chases Zelda. What? The angry video game nerd forces Monica to kill Coney or Sailor Moon. She decides to kill Sailor Moon. Well, that's kind of strange since and Coney, it actually looks really cool. King Dedede, Link, Sans, and Queso raids Wario's camp while he's hunting. Bowser strangles Steve with a rope. Looks like the chicken jockey guy is out. King Pig tends to Ross' wounds. Well, that's interesting. King Pig is usually the type of person to not help others, but technically Ross is technically a pig as well, and the two are from the same exact game, so that makes sense. Or series. Ami, Mr. Beast, Mr. Puzzles, Buttercup raid Pac-Man's cave while he's hunting. Ian travels to higher grounds, and Pomni accidentally steps on a landmine. Probably her anxiety gets the better of her. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Tom and Jerry, District 9. Aphmau, District 6. Sailor Moon, District 5. Steve, District 4. And Pomni, District 11. Next up is Night 1. I just moved this since and the reason why I'm moving this is because that I pressed the zoom button. The increase is just zoom out, but the zoom is the zoom in. Okay, so Ross loses sight of where he is. Pac-Man, Mr. B, Sans, and Glass Joe sleeps and shifts. Coney receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor, probably brains, and definitely from Dr. Zomboss. King Pig, Noah, and Wile Coyote get into a fight. King Pig triumphantly kills them both? What? Well, it makes sense because it's just nothing, and Wile Coyote, I thought he had a lot of inventions. Well, but then again, Wile Coyote always loses, so that's definitely how. Freddy destroys Ed's supplies while he is asleep. Roadrunner tends to Deku's wounds. Queso is awoken by Queso stays awake all night. Bubbles looks at the night sky. The angry video game nerd bashes Chuck's head against the rock several times. I think the angry video game nerd the name is very angry, so he just bashes Chuck to relieve his stress because he plays crappy video games. Wario thinks about home. No one receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Mario and King Dedede talked about the tribute still alive. Technoblade, Yumi, Monica, and Mr. Puzzle sleeps and shifts. Zelda receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Ami lets Buttercup into her shelter. Sunflower, Mickey Mouse, Noob, Jenny, and Link sleeps and shifts. Sonic tried to treat his infections, and I think something's gonna go wrong. I Show Speed, SpongeBob, Double D, Ian, and Rod track down and kill Rolf. Oh, I think many people is gonna be furious now because Rolf is definitely one of the strongest here. Bowser and Garfield talk about the tribute still alive, and Lucina stays awake all night. Day 2. Bowser travels to higher ground. Monica is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Mario and Ian hunts for other tributes. SpongeBob makes a slingshot. Buttercup discovers a cave. King Dedede runs away from the angry video game nerd. Ami attacks Technoblade, but he manages to escape. Sunflower thinks about home. Definitely Crazy Dave's house. Wario goes hunting. Pac-Man taints the Glass Jones wounds. Roadrunner catches Double D off guard and kills him. No, not Double D. Bro, Double D's face here is so innocent. Well, then again, he killed Rolf, so Bubbles thinks about home. Freddy, Ed, Zelda, and Queso raids Link's camp while he is hunting. Bro, what did these guys get? No one receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Garfield receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Noob diverts Yumi's attention and runs away. Mr. Beast makes a slingshot. Mickey tends to Ross's wounds. Rob explodes the arena. Deku collects food from a tree. Mr. Puzzles is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Jenny chases King Pig. Ice Show Speed fishes. Sans steals from Lucina while she is looking. Coney hunts for other tributes, and Sonic searches for firewood. Well, it's not hard because he's fast. An event. Wait. Arena event! A monstrous hurricane wreaks havoc on the arena. Okay, my homie SpongeBob survives. Okay, also Roadrunner. Jenny pushes Robin into an incoming boulder. Aren't these two robots? Mr. Puzzle survives. Mickey is enveloped by flying how to pronounce that? Nah, but still, Mickey dies. Deku survives. Garfield also dies. Ami survives. Sans tried to save Freddy from being sucked into the hurricane, only to be sucked in as well. No one stabs Sonic, then pushes him closer to a hurricane to suck him in. No, not Sonic. Sunflower survives. Link stabs Glass Joe, then pushes him close next to the hurricane to suck him in. What? Lucina tries to save King Dedede from being sucked into the hurricane, but only be sucked in as well. Bowser trying to save Mario from being sucked into the hurricane, but only be sucked as well. Well, that's kind of strange because Bowser helping Mario is quite strange. Well, then again, Bowser becomes the good guy. Well, I'm not really, but Bowser becomes a helpful person, like in Mario RPG. Becomes one of the playable fighters in Mario RPG. Technoblade survive. Okay, the legend has survived. Monica survives. Wario survives. Coney survives. Yumi survives. Mr. Beast tried to save Ice Show Speed from being sucked into a hurricane, but only be sucked as well. A YouTuber helping a famous YouTuber helping a other famous YouTuber save, but then both got killed. Ian pushes Queso into an incoming boulder. How did Ian able to do that? Noob survives. The angry video game nerd survives. Bubble survives. Ross survives. Zelda survives. Ed survives. Kingpin pushes Buttercup into the incoming boulder, and Pac-Man is dead as well. 21 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. This is definitely the most, and I mean the most, cannon shots that I have ever seen when making this video. Anyway, so no one, District 6. Who cares about no one? But we care about Wile E. Coyote, who died in who is in District 7, Chuck District 4, Rolf District 10, Double D District 1, Rob District 3, Mickey Mouse District 5, Garfield District 3, Sans District 6, Freddy District 4, Sonic District 1, Glass Joe District 3, Lucina District 2, King Dedede District 1, Bowser District 10, Mario District 8, Mr. Beast District 2, Ice Show Speed District 11, Queso District 8, Buttercup District 7, and Pac-Man District 9. Let me check everyone so far. So far, Bubbles is the only one who is alive in District 1. SpongeBob and Noob are still alive, who is in District 2. Kingpig is the only District 3 member to be alive, including the angry video game nerd, but he is in District 4. Sunflower and Jenny are still alive. Mr. Puzzles is still alive. Ed is alive. Zelda and Ami are alive. And Technoblade and Yumi are alive. Wario and Deku are alive. Monica and Ross are alive. And the entirety of District 12 is still alive. So they are very lucky. Now let's proceed. I wonder what's crash gonna happen. Night 2. Yumi and the angry video game nerd huddle for warmth. Sunflower loses sight of where she is. SpongeBob, Mr. Puzzles, Monica, and Roadrunner tell ghost stories to lighten the mood. Ami tends to her wounds. Deku and Jenny run into each other and decide to choose for the night. Coney and Kingpig huddle for warmth. Ross crimes himself to sleep. Wario sees a fire but stays hidden. No one tries to treat her infections. Ed, Ian, and Noob discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Yo, stupid, and stupid are talking about are all here. Bubble stabbed Techno Blade with a tree branch. Well, rest in peace, legend. You have a great run. And Techno Blade never dies. Link sets up camp for the night. And Zelda receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Day 3. Ed dies from hypothermia. No one receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. SpongeBob tries to sleep through the entire day. Link scares Monica off. Kingpig explodes the arena. Ian and Bubbles hunt for other tributes. Ami tries to spear fish with a trident. Jenny discovers a cave. Yumi, Mr. Puzzle, and Ross track down and kill Zelda. Deku defeats Noob in a fight but spares his life. The angry video game nerd runs away from Coney. Roadrunner receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Wario makes a wooden spear. And Sunflower camouflages herself in the bushes. Well, makes sense because she's a plant after all. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Technoblade, the Legend, District 9. Ed, District 7. And Zelda, District 8. Night 3. Ross is unable to start a fire and sleeps about warmth. Deku, Noob, the angry video game nerd, and SpongeBob tell stories about tell each other's ghost stories to lighten the mood. Ian stays awake all night. Mr. Puzzle convinced Sunflower to snuggle with him. Wait, what? Anyways, no one is awoken by nightmares. Yumi defeats Link in a fight but spares his life. How did Yumi able to do that? When I mean that, I mean how is she able to beat Link? Monica receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Coney receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Roadrunner starts a fire. Wario receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Ami thinks about home. Janie convinces Bubbles to snuggle with her. Okay, now I'm getting confused. And Kingpig thinks about home. Definitely his castle. Day 4. Mr. Puzzles overhears Wario and Yumi's talking about talking in the distance. Noob injures himself. Bro, I better be careful because he could get oof anytime soon. The angry video game nerd picks flowers. Coney and Jenny hunt for other tributes. Link chases Sunflower. Roadrunner practices his archery. SpongeBob tries to spearfish with a trident. Kingpig scares Ian off. Ross and Bubbles split up to search for resources. Deku discovers a river. Monica and Ami split up to search for resources, and no one discovers a cave. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. That's interesting. Night 4. Wario look at the night sky. Noob destroys Sunflower supplies while she is asleep. The angry video game nerd lets SpongeBob into his shelter. No one tends to Jenny's wounds, which is just what. Deku tends to Ross's wounds. Ian defeats Kingpig in a fight but spares his life. Well, it makes sense of Ian defeating Kingpig because Kingpig barely knows how to fight. Mr. Puzzles thinks about home. Yumi quietly hums. Link strangles Bubbles after engaging in a fist fight. What? Ami and Coney tell stories about themselves to each other. Monica and Roadrunner tell stories about themselves to each other. Day 5. Jenny discovers a cave. Coney is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Ross and Roadrunner work together for the day. The angry video game nerd search for firewood. Ami stalks Noob. Mr. Puzzle receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Yumi sprains her ankle while running away from Coney. SpongeBob receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. No one receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Monica and Sunflower work together to strangle. Monica and Sunflower work together to drown Link. Deku searches for firewood. Wario tries to climb a tree but falls to his death. Whoa, bruh. King Pig tries to spearfish with a trident. An arena event again. Monkey Mouth filled the arena. Ross survives. Mr. Puzzle survives. Newt survives. SpongeBob injures no one and leads her for the monkey myths. Yumi survives. While running, Roadrunner falls over and grabs Monica on the way down. The monkey fool killed them. Ian survived. While running, the angry video game nerd falls over and grabs Coney on the way down. The monkey kills them. Kingpig survives. Deku survives. Ami survives. Jenny survives. And Sunflower is plummeted to the ground and killed by a troop of monkey mouse. 9 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Bubbles, District 1. Link, District 7. Wario, District 10. No One, District 12. Roadrunner, District 12. Monica, District 11. The Angry Video Game Nerd, District 4. Coney, District 12. Sunflower, District 5. Night 5. Ian stabs SpongeBob with a tree branch! What? Wizard Puzzle has had to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Ross, Kingpig, and Deku sleeps in shifts. Yumi screams for help. Ami stays awake all night, and Noob tends to Jenny's wounds. The feast. The cornucopia returns with food, supplies, weapons, and memos for the tributes families. Noob decides not to go to the feast. Ami decides not to go to the feast. Ross overpowers Kingpig, killing him. What? Ross, isn't that Kingpig? That your literal boss? Yumi severely slices Deku with a sword. Ian and Mr. Polo try down the double suicide. It fails and they die. And Jenny accidentally steps on a landmine. Day 6. Ross tracks down and kills Noob. Yumi discovers the river. And Ami attempts to climb a tree but falls to her death. 8 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. SpongeBob, District 2. Kingpig, District 3. Deku, District 10. Ian, District 12. Mr. Puzzles, District 6. Jenny, District 5. Noob, District 2. And Ami, District 8. There's definitely 2. Yumi strangles Ross after engaging in a fist fight. Wait. So that means the winner is Yumi from District 9. Looks like a character from High Hype Afiyami Yumi have won. So let's see how many things. Yumi has a total of 3 kills. Singles of Ross, who is in, and along with Ian. There's surprisingly not a lot of characters have a kill. The only kills I see are 2 and 1s, except for these 2 who only have 3. Well, this is the first of the revival Hunger Games, and Yumi has been brought back to life. To compete in the second Hunger Game, the third Hunger Games. So see you later.